मदारी वाला आ गया गांव में। बच्चों घर से बाहर आकर देखो, मदारी वाला इस बड़े डब्बे में क्या लाया है। डायनासोर, और डायनासोर का बच्चा लाया हूँ जो इस बड़े डब्बे के अंदर बंद है। आओ बच्चों, आकर बड़े बड़े दांतों वाला खुखार डायनासोर देख लो।
अरे चिंटुआ, गो के बाद क्या आता है? गो के बाद मो आता है। भाग, गो के बाद मो नहीं आता, कुछ और आता है। क्या डॉक्टर बनेगा रे तू? तुझे क ख ग भी नहीं आता। मुझे डॉक्टर बन के सिर्फ छोटे छोटे बच्चों को इंजेक्शन लगाना है, उसमें क ख ग का क्या काम है? अरे तुम दोनों चुप रहो, मुझे बाहर किसी का आवाज सुनाई दे रहा है।
अरे बच्चों घर से बाहर तो निकलो, मैं तुम्हें डायनासोर और उसके छोटे छोटे बच्चे दिखाऊंगा। देखो बच्चों, डायनासोर दहाड़ रहा है, आओ आकर देख लो उसे।
अरे चिंकी, बाहर तो मदारी वाला आया है और वो डायनासोर दिखाने के लिए लाया है, तो चलो डायनासोर का खेल देखने चलते हैं। अरे धीरे बोल चिंकिया, देख मम्मी वहाँ पर डंडा लेकर खड़ी है।
Oh no!
अगर हम पढ़ाई छोड़कर कहीं गए तो मम्मी हमें डंडे से बहुत मारेगी। लेकिन मैं तो जाऊंगा डायनासोर देखने, पढ़ाई लिखाई बाद में करूंगा। मम्मी देखो, बाबू भाग रहा है। अरे रुक जा कमीना, पढ़ाई छोड़कर भाग रहा है। घर आ, तुझे डंडे से मारूंगी। मम्मी हम दोनों भी जाए डायनासोर देखने। चुप करो और पढ़ाई करो, नहीं तो देख रहे हो ये डंडा। क ख ग म भ स स स स स। जल्दी जल्दी पढ़ चिंकिया।
अरे लगता है इस गांव में एक भी बच्चा नहीं है, चलता हूँ दूसरे गांव में डायनासोर का खेल दिखाऊंगा।
Oh no!
अरे रुक जा मदारी, मैं आ रहा हूँ डायनासोर देखने।
अरे वाह वाह, चलो एक बच्चा तो आ रहा है, उसके देखा देखी और बच्चे भी आ जाएंगे।
अरे मदारी वाला, कहाँ है डायनासोर? यहाँ तो कोई भी डायनासोर नहीं दिख रहा।
अरे डायनासोर इस बड़े से डिब्बे में बंद है।
तो जल्दी डब्बे को खोलो और डायनासोर का खेल दिखाओ मुझे।
अरे और भी बच्चों को आ जाने दो, तब खोलूंगा डब्बे को।
नहीं नहीं, मुझे अभी देखना है, खोलो।
तुमसे मैं क्या घंटा कमाऊंगा? 1000 रुपया लाओ, तब डायनासोर के बच्चे को दिखाऊंगा तुम्हें।
1000?
सुना डायनासोर की दहाड़, उसके इतने बड़े बड़े दांत हैं, वो हाथी को भी खा जाता है।
अरे तो जल्दी दिखाओ, मुझसे अब और इंतजार नहीं हो रहा।
पैसे दो तभी दिखलाऊंगा।
पैसा चाहिए तो मेरे जेब से निकाल लो।
तुम्हारा जेब है कहाँ? तुम तो केवल कच्छे पहने हो।
कच्छे में ही हाथ डालो, पैसा मिलेगा।
मैं तो पैसे के लिए कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ, रुको मैं खुद पैसा निकालूंगा। मिल गया पैसा, मिल गया पैसा, मिल गया पैसा, मिल गया पैसा।
वो पैसा नहीं, कुछ और है।
क्या? छी 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 छी, कमीना तूने क्या पकड़ा दिया?
चल डायनासोर दिखा मदारी के बच्चे, नहीं तो यही ठोक दूंगा तुझे।
अरे बाप रे, इस बच्चे के पास बंदूक है।
दिखाता है कि ठोकू यहीं पे?
नहीं नहीं, ठोकना मत, तुम्हें डायनासोर दिखाता हूँ।
अरे नानी रे, इतना बड़ा डायनासोर तो मैंने अपने 300 साल की जिंदगी में कभी नहीं देखा।
क्या 300 साल? तू 300 साल का है?
अरे भाग मदारी, डायनासोर बाहर आ गया। अरे मदारी, तुझे डायनासोर क्यों दौड़ा रहा है? तू तो उसका मालिक है ना।
अरे गलती से थोड़ा सा दरवाजा खोलने के बजाय पूरा खोल दिया, अब हम दोनों मरने वाले हैं।
क्या? तू मरेगा। अरे मुझे अभी 1000 साल और जीना है।
क्या? अरे ये इतना बड़ा डायनासोर गांव में कहां से आ गया?
अरे जल्दी भाग डॉक्टर, नहीं तो मर जाएगा।
Oh no!
अरे मैं गिर गया, बचाओ मुझे। बचाओ!
The night the fairy fell from the sky, no one was supposed to see her. Yet you are here now because of that single mistake, because sometimes the smallest fall changes everything. The villagers would later argue whether she was a dream, a curse, or a miracle, but the truth is this: she landed broken, alone, and afraid, and the world never looked the same again. She woke in the forest with mud on her silver wings and pain pulsing through her chest like a second heartbeat. Her name was Leora, though no one in this world would know it for a long time. Above her, the sky was too heavy, too close, as if it were pressing her down, reminding her she did not belong here. She tried to rise, to fly back to the place where light sang and time moved gently, but her wings trembled and refused her. Fear crept in, not loud, but cold and patient. For the first time in her long life, Leora felt lost. At dawn, a boy named Aaron found her. He was carrying firewood, already tired of a life that seemed smaller than his dreams. When he saw her curled beside a fallen tree, glowing faintly like a dying star, he did not scream. He did not run. He simply stared, his heart pounding, because some part of him had always believed the world was bigger than it pretended to be. When Leora opened her eyes, fear flashed between them, but it softened when Aaron removed his cloak and placed it gently over her shoulders. He did not ask who she was. He only said, "You're hurt. I can help." Helping her was not easy. The village feared anything they could not name, and magic was a word spoken only in warnings. Aaron hid Leora in an abandoned mill by the river, bringing her bread, water, and stories of his ordinary life. In return, Leora shared fragments of hers, of floating cities, of laughter made of light, of a sky that never darkened. As days passed, her strength returned slowly, but her wings remained dull and torn. She began to understand a terrible truth. She could not go back, not yet, maybe not ever. The challenge was not only her broken wings, but her fading hope. Fairies were born of belief, and the longer she stayed hidden, the weaker she felt. Aaron, too, was changing. He had spent his life feeling invisible, but now he mattered to someone extraordinary. When the villagers grew suspicious of his nightly disappearances, when whispers of curses and bad omens filled the air, Aaron faced a choice: protect his own safety or protect the lost fairy who had trusted him. He chose her, even when it meant standing alone. The night the villagers came with torches, Leora made her decision. She stepped into the light, wings trembling, and spoke with a voice that carried both fear and courage. She did not threaten them. She did not beg. She told them she was lost, that she was afraid, and that kindness was the only magic she had left. Silence followed, heavy and uncertain. Then a child stepped forward, believing before understanding, and in that moment something changed. Leora felt it, a spark, small but real. Belief. When dawn broke, the villagers returned home quieter than before. Leora's wings glimmered faintly again, not healed, but hopeful. Aaron watched her by the river, knowing the story was not over, only turning a page. The seasons passed, and with them came new trials. Leora tried again and again to fly, failing more times than she could count. Each fall hurt more than the last, not just her body, but her spirit. She began to wonder if being lost was no longer a place, but a state of becoming. Aaron faced his own struggle as the village expected him to return to the life he had paused. Responsibility pulled him one way, loyalty another. Loving something fragile, he learned, meant living with the fear of losing it. The final challenge came quietly. One evening, as the sky burned gold and red, Leora felt her wings strengthen, not because she was ready to leave, but because she was ready to choose. She could stay, slowly fading into legend, or she could risk everything for the chance to return home. Aaron stood beside her, smiling even as his eyes filled with tears. He did not ask her to stay. He only said, "You were never meant to be found here forever." When Leora rose into the air, it was not graceful, but it was real. The wind caught her wings, lifting her higher than she had ever flown in this world. She looked back once, imprinting the image of the boy who believed in her when she could not believe in herself. Then she vanished into the sky, leaving behind a trail of light that lingered long after she was gone. Years later, Aaron would tell the story to children who felt too small for their dreams. He would say that being lost does not mean being broken, and that sometimes the people who help us heal are changed just as deeply. And somewhere beyond the clouds, a fairy would fly stronger than before, carrying a human belief in her heart. Because the truth is this: we are all lost at some point. What matters is not how far we fall, but who we become while finding our way back.